Okay. Okay. So could you tell me what are you familiar with, like the programming languages or whatever background, technical background?
Okay, it's only Java from my side.
So you are already familiar with Java?
Uh,
Actually, I'm not able to hear you. Huh.
Nagaraj, your sound is getting disconnected a bit in
Yeah,
between.
he
okay,
is
okay.
muted. Yeah, now yeah. You are on mute, I think, Nagraj.
So basically, Rajesh, we come from the same technology stack. So we are working on a IBM ODM rule engine currently,
Okay.
and the backend, we use some core Java as a utility for this tool. We don't much work on uh, advanced Java, but some of like both of us have worked a bit here and there on Spring and all, but it was long back, so it's almost kind of forgotten. So
Okay,
and
got it.
we are the other technology stacks are basic ones like Git and other stuffs, which are tools and tools supporting.
Got
Apart
got
from that, we don't have much technology stack.
And front-end technologies, Angular, you had
That's
mentioned
zero.
it, I remember. For him?
Same. Our
It's
technology
same.
stack is
Yeah.
same.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
also, just one more thing as a reminder, you asked me to remind once we start the course, Rajeshwari, that we wanted to work on Java 11 and above, whichever version, so that we are familiar with the latest Java versions rather than Java 7 or 8.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
okay. Fine. Okay, we will deal with the Java 11 features. No worries.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
And also one more thing, I have spoken to the coordinator also, Satish. So one of my friend will also be joining as a demo for today. So if he's comfortable with the session, then he will also be the third person with us going ahead.
If you
So
have spoken, just make sure you have
I have,
spoken to the coordinator, whoever that
yeah,
is.
I've spoken to him and he's okay with it. As a so today he said it's okay for a demo class,
Is it
and
Rohit?
if yeah, Rohit.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. Hi, Rohit. Okay, this
Hi.
is Rajeshwari. I am the Java trainer. Please introduce yourself. I want, as part of introduction, your name and your technical skills.
Okay. Hi. So my name is Rohit Raich, and I have around 9 years of experience in Android development. And currently, I'm working at Lenskart as a mobile developer. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So fine. Again, Android is based on Java itself. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think you must already be familiar with like I think 40% of the Java, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, fine. So Rohit, Amit, and Nagraj, I formally welcome you all for the Java course. So again, I'm repeating that it's a complete hands-on experience. All the concepts will be explained along with the hands-on. So yeah, the key takeaways will be as part of the course. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Just tell me yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. So the agenda is a big thing, big list. It's a full stack training. So I am sure you would have gone through the contents. There is a huge number of concepts, huge number of details. But yeah, I will make it simple to understand as much as possible and help you guys get on with your requirements. Okay, so for today, we will stick on to, I think, first four topics. I think you are all experienced guys, so I'm sure you will, we will know all these concepts. So I will be very quick enough when covering all the basic level concepts so that I can uh, get in detailed concepts with the concepts which you are not familiar. Okay, so advanced concepts are also listed here. Okay, so just to begin with the very basic level Java, yeah, you are already familiar, but as a formality from my side, I have to start with fresh course. So James Gosling was the one who initiated Java, and initially he called with the name called as Oak, and later he renamed it as Java, and the logo became his favorite coffee cup. Now coming to the owner, which company is owning Java, it's a Sun Microsystem, which was the first owner till 1995. And which was called Java 1.0. And later also it was, for some years, it was the owner. But then later Oracle overtook, and it is now the current owner of Java. So just to tell you, like Java is a programming language. In specific, it is object-oriented programming language. So we start creating objects. Yes, you all are already familiar with objects, but yeah, I have to still brush up on the concepts and get on with the course. So in the real world, I think Amit is the right person to tell me that he is the most used guy in the group, saying that Android he has used. So that's the best application where Java is used. Now, Android is OS operating system is itself built on top of Java. So the basic level is, first step is Java. Then on top of that, they have started building all the Android OS. Okay, so yes, of course, all your applications, whatever projects you are working, Amit and Nagraj, yes, those are also real-time examples. So I don't have to give you any details on this particular slide. Okay, so let's go move ahead. So we have basically 3 parts in Java. We call them as flavors of Java. Standard edition, this Java SE, that's the core Java part, where you will get the basics of Java and the Java fundamentals. Then coming to enterprise edition, it's Java doubly, or when you want to build a website, connect to the database, work with the database, so and port your database things onto the website. All that can be done as part of doubly. Micro edition, it's basically building applications using the mobile phones. Even I have very less knowledge, to be very frank, with the micro edition. Okay, so as much as possible, let's make the session more interactive. And anytime you can unmute and ask questions, or put the question in the chat box so that you don't forget it. And yeah, I think the recording will already be there. So you can just check with the coordinator. Generally, my training starts on time. So yeah, in case I don't join, I will just be giving you a message, and to the coordinator, he will let you know. Okay, so we will directly go to okay. So one of the very good features about Java is that it is platform independent. Okay, so anyone knows the concept of platform independent here?
Yeah. So whatever is compiled in our system, so the same code can be compiled in other system as well, provided the Java compiler version is same.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, I have a Java code here, and on compiling, the command is Java C when you compile. So it creates the bytecode, which is a dot class file. And this dot class is can easily be run without actually needing your Java source code. We can directly use this particular dot class file, or also called as bytecode, on any of the operating systems. Okay, so this bytecode makes our Java as platform independent. Okay, so for those who don't know, I am just giving you a complete demonstration how to compile the code, how to get the bytecode, and how you can still work with any of these operating systems. Okay, just that runtime environment has to be there. JRE has to be there on these systems, then it will work. So I will just show you a quick demo for how to work with Java C, how to work with Java. Okay, Java C is the command for compilation, and Java is the command for executing the basic level Java. Okay, so how many of you are familiar? May I know with the steps? How to? Yes, Amit.
Yeah, we are familiar with these steps. Nagraj wrote. I think Rohit maybe.
Very long ago, yeah.
Yeah, this is fine, right? I can skip this part.
Yeah.
For Rohit, you can, if Rohit wants, you can walk.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Very basic level. So I don't know. If I want me to cover this, yeah, definitely come back to me. and I'm okay to do this. Rohit, your preference?
Yeah, please continue. You
Okay.
can.
Okay, all right. So any Java source code and given to the compiler, we will be getting the bytecode, and this bytecode will be given to the interpreter, and there it will be converted to the machine code, which will be seen as the program output, or on the console, or any database connectivity, or on the website. All that will be done using this particular guy called as JVM. All this will be done by JVM. So now coming to, yeah, these are all reserve words. I'm sure you would have known like 80 to 90%, because I can feel that you all are much experienced. Yes, I have to go through all this. So I will be quick enough so that you people can go ahead with the easiest course. Okay, so Java features, yes, it is simple, but not that simple. We know that the debugging and all, yeah, it takes time. And then object oriented, yes, it is object oriented. It's a low robust. Security is provided by the bytecode, and it is architectural neutral. Yes, one of the important concept here is multi-threading. So multi-threading offers multiple tasks to be worked at the same time. You will be creating the threads in the later part of the sessions. And it is platform independent. Just now I gave you a brief idea. All right. So now I will skip this variables. We will directly move on to, yeah. So some naming conventions you would have been familiar, but let me just go through this mandatory. For variable names have to be lowercase. Start with the lowercase and follow camel casing, because this is general, if globally followed, we have to follow all these naming conventions. Even this basic level programming will need this naming conventions. So if it is a math variable, M small, all the letters, math marks, then next word has to be capitalized. Class name always begin the capital letter and follow camel casing. Method names begin with small letters, again follow camel casing. Okay. So now comments, yes, these are only for information. And if you want to put a single line comment, just put forward slashes and you can write the code. Message. And if you want multi-line, yeah, slash star and then star star and multi-line comment. Yeah, I will skip this part. You people are much familiar. Anything that you are not familiar, please highlight it. Okay. So coming to the data types. So we have 8 data types: byte, short, int, long, for storing numbers. Their ranges are different. So you can see that byte can hold only up to -128 to 127. Short has a higher range. Int has up to 10 digits. Long, if you want more than 10 digits, yes, long can be used, but avoid using long when you are coding. Float and double for storing decimal numbers. What's the difference? So float is storing up to 6 to 7 digits after the decimal point, and a double stores up to after the decimal point 15 digits, up to 15 digits. So that's the difference between float and double. Char is for only single letter or single number. Don't waste the memory when you want to use a single letter. Instead of using string, yeah, go with char. Then Boolean, it is always true or false. Okay, so these are the default values. Let's go through, take a minute. So here double D is not required. Okay, fine. So I will be little fast because you people are already experienced. Anytime if you want me to repeat or demonstrate a concept, please let me know. Now coming to the direct class, object and methods. Yeah, before even this, I would like to install Eclipse. How many of you already have Eclipse?
Yeah.
I don't have. I have IntelliJ.
Rohit has IntelliJ. Okay.
And Nagaraj
Amit?
has Eclipse, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Nagraj. Fine.
We have Eclipse 4.16 version, if I'm not wrong. So yeah.
Okay, any version could do. So fine, that is okay. All right. So one or the other editor is available. Okay. And let me also launch please launch so that we can do some coding. Launch, and those who have launched, just create a simple Pojo, student Pojo, and I'll let you share your screens so that I get an idea at what level I have to go. That's my purpose. Just create a student Pojo. And
I've joined from my mobile, Rajeshwari. I think I may not be able to share the screen.
all right.
But yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Nagraj. Okay, then you have to help me in creating the Pojo in my
Okay. Sure.
Amit and Rohit, please, you can, if you're already loaded, you can.
No, I was downloading the IntelliJ. I have Android Studio. But I mean, I can just create Pojo in some other
Editor. Yeah, that's fine. You can even use online editors. We have online editors. I'll just show you. So even if you are using a mobile or whatever, you can just use this online editor. It's called JDoodle. Any of the online editors. So if you just look for online Java compiler, you have a lot of them. Generally, I use this JDoodle. But it is very difficult to type in the mobile. That's what I... So in case required, you can use that. Just hold on for a while. So I will just load my Eclipse and then we will move ahead with the slides. So a class is the place where it's a template or a blueprint where we have to write our code. Okay. And any real world object which you can realize, or any Pojo, wherever you want to create some information. Yes, class is what we have to first create. Based on the visualizing the object, we have to create the class. And object is the one which will help us access all the details of the class, all the methods, all the public things we can access using the object. And methods are nothing but the functions, or whatever you call in another some other languages like. So the functions which do specific task, we call them as methods. Okay, so supposing you want to, okay, I will skip this side. I'm sure you people are already familiar. Okay, so whenever we are creating the methods, we know about getters and setters. Can one of you please, I think I'll go with Rohit.
Yeah.
Rohit, please tell me about getters and setters.
It is to set or get the value of a private variable.
Okay, fine. Rohit, may I know the specific reason you are using IntelliJ?
Because of the Android Studio. So most of the development, IntelliJ is the officially supported tool, right?
Yeah. Okay. I hope you're familiar and you have the hands-on experience with using IntelliJ, because I don't have IntelliJ at this moment.
It's okay. I can install Eclipse also. At the start of I have used Eclipse, but it's very long ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will leave it to your comfort level. But when it comes to advanced Java concepts, you might find it difficult. I prefer Eclipse for this particular course.
Yeah, I'll download it.
Okay.
Set it up. Yeah.
You need to download right now. I will give you time. Okay. All right. And Nagraj, could you tell me what's a constructor, please?
Constructor is also a method. Maybe to create an instance of a class.
Okay. All right. I will give you the answer. All right.
Yeah, please.
Amit, constructor.
Basically, it helps to initialize a object whenever
Hmm.
whenever you create an instance, the method is called which initializes the object.
Correct. Okay, so I will just help you people understand. Okay, so those supposing I need a constructor. Those of you know, please send it in the chat box. I want to create, say, for example, a constructor, a student with a name and ID. So can you send that in the chat box, please, the code for it? I want a constructor with just name and ID. Those who are familiar, please send. Otherwise, you can sit back and observe my screen.
A second, so
Okay.
Mine is bit of an influence of a Kotlin.
I can find. Okay, Amit is right. Okay.
Yeah, I typed in and then I realized.
That's why the reason I want to know who is familiar, who is not familiar. That's the reason I'm testing.
Yeah.
Okay, public constructor. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, Nagraj up to some extent. Rohit is like dipped in the Android version, I think. Okay. So I will first create a Java project. Whenever, for some of you who are not familiar with Eclipse, I'm just showing you that after installing Eclipse, I prefer Enterprise Edition. Okay. So we will be installing Eclipse. Make sure you have Enterprise Edition because that will be the one which we will be using for advanced Java concepts also. If you again use the normal Eclipse, then it will be like I have to again install when we come to the concepts of advanced Java. So to begin with, in Eclipse IDE, go to File, New. First, let's create a Java project. It could be available on the top or go to directly other most of the time. Even it will be for the first time. Because I've been using, it will be sitting on the top, recent. Otherwise, we have to go to other and it will be available in the list. So I will use Java project. And let's put the project name, SSIT for training. And let me click finish. Okay. Now I will just directly create a student Pojo. Okay. So then I will explain all the concepts that it will be like a good understanding. So basically a Pojo class is nothing but plain old Java objects. And we will call our class name. First, let's create a package. It's discouraged that we cannot create without a package. Just go to File, New, Package. And let's put the name as COM. COM stands for company. Training, you can give whatever is the company name. Generally, it will be sitting in the second place. Put a dot. And I will be using the concept here as a third word. So the concept is like Java, I should say Pojo. Let's make it Pojo. And I'll click finish. So package is nothing but a folder, as simple as a folder in your laptop. So if you go to right click and properties, and you can find here location wherever it is. So Com Training Pojo is the name. So Com Training Pojo, all our files will be there inside this particular folder. All right. So understanding this package, now let's go ahead with creating the new class. So I will say right click, new class. I will call the class as student, and public static void main is the starting point for all our code. So I have checked it. Let me click finish. So now that we are creating a POJO stands for, again, plain old Java objects. So any POJO will contain private variables and getters and setters, sometimes toString method. Okay, so those are the details. So POJO means it will contain private variables which you are interested in, and we can generate the getters and setters, and toString method which will display the object details. Okay, and generally we restrict POJO to this, but sometimes you can include a constructor also. I'll show you the concept of constructor here. Okay, so let's create some private variables here. So I will just create private int ID. Okay, so I saw that Amit is using, yeah, you can use string, not a harm. I'm using int here. Okay, now coming to the second name, let's put the name as string. So string is for holding some variables which contain the combination of numbers and words. Now let's generate the getters and setters. So just click on one of the variables or just right click and go to source. And here you can find generate getters and setters. Let's click on it and make sure you are having all the whatever you are interested in. So you can either check or uncheck. So for ID, it will generate get ID, set ID. For name, it will generate get name and set name. I'll just generate. So all my getters and setters are available now. You can even generate the toString method. So just go to right click, source, and generate toString. It will generate with the whatever fields you have created. It will generate the toString method. Also, you can create a constructor. So constructor, just hold on, I have to give more details. So we will come back to constructor. So now let's create. So how do you access these methods? How do I say I want to set the name?
Need to create the object of this class.
Okay, let's create the object. I want Rohit to help me to create the object. Very simple.
Of class student, right?
Yes.
So you can create a variable of student and initialize it with new student.
Okay. Okay.
With the constructor value as ID.
Okay. Student. Correct.
Probably can give any integer as a new ID.
Okay. So currently I'm not using any constructor here. So let me use the default constructor.
Then s1 dot set ID and set name.
Correct. Okay. Okay. Let's use 111. Okay. So now I have to print, let's say, very basic level concept. I'll just print the ID here. I'll say get ID. And yeah, we will be able to see the output. Very simple. So Nagraj, I hope you are already familiar.
Yeah, Rajeshwari, I followed you.
Okay, fine. So these are the steps how you can create the object, how you can use the methods. So now let's say system.out.println, and if you want the details of object, then toString method is the one which we can use, and it will print whatever things you would have given here. But at the moment, we have only set ID, but we have not used any further details. So what I will do is here S1, if I give system.out.println SN S1, it's just going to just hold on. So this is for by getter and setter, and here you can see that ID has got initialized because it is using set ID, but the name is null. So because I have not used the any value here. Okay, so now let's go to the concept of constructor part. So what are the types of constructors available in Java?
Primary and secondary.
That is, maybe it is in Android. Okay.
Parameterized
You
constructor.
associate, definitely you can compare the two. Yeah, then yeah, you will definitely get the concept.
Default constructor and a parameterized constructor.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Okay, fine. So we have two types of constructors. Okay, so we have actually three types, formally speaking, as part of training, but it is in development two types. I agree. Okay, so three types are nothing but one and the same, but I will categorize it as three types. So here we will have the default constructor. Who provides us the default constructor? I mean, how can you get the default constructor? Who provides this? So for example, when I said this, so somebody has to give me.
Java.
Huh? Yeah, Java, it's actually in particular JVM. Okay, so JVM will generate the default constructor. And coming to the parameters, supposing I pass some parameters here. So currently it is having no arguments. That is the reason it is generated by JVM. JVM will freely give you the default constructor. But supposing if you have to do some customization you want to do with the parameters, parameterized constructor we have. Okay. So in a parameterized constructor, what we do is we have to create the constructor first. So for example, I will just say, so constructor is nothing but a special kind of method itself. Special method with no return type. No return type. That's what is a constructor. And it initializes objects. It is used to initialize the objects. So let's create a parameterized constructor now. Okay, so I will show you this. Whatever we created just now without any parameters, it was called as a default constructor. Now let's create the parameterized constructor here. So supposing I want student with name and ID. Okay, so you can just give string name, comma, int ID, and yeah, this dot ID equal to ID, and this dot name equal to name. Okay, so I have the parameterized constructor now. Just put the name of the class followed by whatever parameters you want will be in the parenthesis. And within the block of code, we want to have ID initialized with certain value. You can change the order, no matter. So ID, I want to be initialized with whatever I pass here. So I'm initializing the instance variable here, ID. And the name also I'm trying to initialize here using this particular. So you can observe that this is called as parameterized because we are passing certain parameters here. So don't worry about this keyword. I will revisit this shortly. So we will not mix up. Again, we'll come back to the constructors part here. We have three types. One is default. Yes, JVM will provide, which is now this. And we also have the parameterized constructor. And the third is no args constructor. No args constructor. So What is this? No args constructor is nothing but previously when I did not have, I will just do Control X. So now you don't see any error, perfectly working fine. But the moment I add parameterized constructor, what happened here is we are seeing an error. And it is saying that this is not available. That means whenever you have a parameterized constructor, JVM will say, I'm not going to provide this default constructor. So then if you still want to use with no parameters here or no arguments, then we have to write our own no args constructor. Okay, so what we have to do here is we have to just use the class name. This is the no args constructor. This is what is now just the moment I did this, I cleared the error. I fixed it. So you can do whatever initialization, or if you want to keep it blank, you can even keep it blank. So this with no arguments, we have to write it. When you have a parameterized, we have to write it. So that's the reason it is called as, it is not accepting any arguments. So that is the reason it is called as no args constructor. Okay, so we know now the three constructors. Let's use the constructor and create another object here. Okay, I want Amit to help me create the student object with name and ID using constructor. I think you're on mute, Amit.
Oh, sorry, yeah, by mistake I clicked it. Okay, so maybe you can copy the same first line student S1 equal to new student S2, you can name it just to avoid the error. And in the parenthesis, you can pass the parameters. Yes, here.
Okay, so let's go back and check what is the first thing here. First, we are giving the name, then we are passing the ID. So I will give the name here, and let's use the ID 1, 1 or 1, 1, 1, 2. So this is my S2 object, and on top of S2 object, I just say sys out, and let's display the details of this S2 object. Okay, I will also put a message just to be sure. Object S2. S2. All right. Okay. So there you get object S2 details printed. So this is how you can use a constructor again for Rohit, who is new to the Java. So I'm just creating new student and I'm passing the values for the constructor here. And this calls the parameterized constructor here so that it can initialize the variables name and ID. And then the moment you try to print the object details. So we are trying to print the value of S2 here. S2 is my object. So there I print S2 object. Then it will print me the values for whatever it has initialized for ID and name. But how is it printing the object values? Any idea? Because of the toString method. Where is my, okay, here. So if you have to override this particular toString method, then we get the details of the object. This is also a method. Okay. So
Rajeshwari, sorry. What is the process that we are doing at line number 47? So what is that particularly called as student S1 is equal to S new student? Is it
so
initialization or instantiation?
instantiation,
Okay.
creating object.
And so as I can see, right, so there is not a big difference between line number 47 and 48 and 54. Like both together with 54. Both are
Yes,
one and the same, right?
yes. But I'll tell you the difference. So
Yeah.
the lot of code has been reduced when you use the constructor. Okay. So when I'm using the constructor, I can only have this and I can still create object. My work is done. Okay. I can easily create an object. All getters, setters, I can just remove it. See, the moment I just know so much of code is sitting here, and I can even just take out and just maintain this constructor. Okay, don't worry about the errors. My job is still done. This line number 34 still works fine. Okay, so so this is one advantage of using constructor. But equally, there are certain differences. So like, though we are doing the same thing, constructor, what happened, if you know the values well in advance, you can use the constructor and initialize and get your object. So S2 is the object here. Okay, student class, create the S2 object. New, this purple, this coding is all keywords, color coding, some dark purple coding is all new keywords. The moment you say new, it creates an object with the name S2 with these details, name as Amit, and this ID will get initialized. So this is, we are using constructor here. Okay, but supposing you want to change the value. So this is in we will have thousands of files here. So it is there in, I don't know where does it lie. So supposing I would have linked the editor, fine. I would have known this particular line and this particular code. But supposing tomorrow someone says that I want to change this particular ID to 115. If you know this class, if you know this line, you have to go back and check. Instead of doing that, you can just say that you use the setter directly. Set ID 115. So the moment I'll use tab only. The moment I use the setter method, I can easily change the value of any object anytime, outside or anywhere. So what is 105 has got reflected for the ID S2. So setters and getters are the methods which help us to change the values of our objects any moment, anytime. That's the advantage. But constructor is like one time.
So it's a good practice to have both, is it? Getters and setters with
Yes.
probably a possible constructor.
Yes. Yes. Pojo means you should be having the getters and setters. Yes, these are like, this is what is Pojo. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajesh.
Yeah. Any other question, Rohit, Amit?
No, no. Thank you.
Rohit?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Fine. So now we understood the getter setters, constructor, how to create object. Basic level code is all done. Okay. All right. So let's then move ahead with the next part. Yeah, I will be very quick. These are all very basic level things, but I'll touch upon all the things. So control statements, we have if condition and switch. Okay, let me be very quick with the code also. So I just generally create packages. I can go back and forth. com.training. Okay, I will let you people. How many of you are familiar with if statements in Java? Amit, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we are familiar with.
Yes.
Okay. So then I want you people to start coding in Eclipse. You people do a code. Just to do some simple coding using if condition, equals method. Any code should be good. I will give you one example I will give you. So something like, I make sure that you people take away that. Okay. Okay. Show you one. So make up a bank and just give me a message saying that if the account number is from, or if the balance is 0, you're not eligible for anything. Or if the balance is greater than some amount, put that you're eligible for loan, applying loan.
Okay. So this is to just test the knowledge on if else, is it?
Yes, 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 yes.
I think I'm not sure. Maybe Nagaraj and
Because
it can
Rohit
answer,
is
but
from
it's
Rohit
pretty
is
much familiar to us. This if else if else block. So
okay,
Yeah.
else
okay.
if block.
Okay, then I will directly show you one ready-made code
Yeah,
that
yeah,
should
better.
help you. Okay.
Only thing I'm struggling right now is to create a project in Eclipse. I've just downloaded it.
Create a project.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's the reason I wanted you people to do this. I
No,
wanted to check.
yeah, it's okay. I'll just, meanwhile,
Go to file, new, other.
no, I think I downloaded some wrong version.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Just give me, hold on. I will help you. Okay.
JavaScript.
Huh.
Can you just tell me which version you have downloaded? Maybe we can connect later on after the class.
Yeah, we will discuss about Eclipse. I'll complete this concept and I'll stop at that point. We'll have a Q&A.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here is my if condition. So depending on marks, I want to categorize who has done what kind of a grading kind of a thing. So if and just put the comparison operator. If the comparison holds good, it is true, then it will print the very well done message. So marks is greater than 90, then I'll print this. Okay, I will do this way. So now my marks is 65. Can Nagraj tell me what will the message be?
It's between second. I mean, it's in second else if first class.
Okay, fine. And supposing it is a 73. Rohit, please tell.
Function.
Okay. By the marks only you can make out. Okay. And yeah, your chance, Amit.
Yeah, very well done.
Okay, fine. All right. Very well done then. Okay. All right. This is done. Now coming to switch, we have different cases. I don't have a ready-made code, but do you want me to look through the switch? Switch with different cases. Okay, I will send you the link directly. You people have a look at it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm sending the link here. Very simple.
Yeah.
Click on the link and go through by yourself.
Yeah. But meanwhile, one question, Rajeshwari, that do we, I mean, I've seen in our project few developers extensively using Switch, but but many of the Java projects, do they still use Switch very
I
extensively?
have also
Because
hardly seen.
because in my project, I've seen the developer, the architect, he uses a lot of switch methods. But in my previous ones, I have seen very less people using switch. So I was a bit confused that is it just a
Yes.
preference or a switch? And they use a bit of complex switching. So they switch, initialize with everything within the switch block. So what happens usually in
Okay.
other
So
applications?
when to use switch? What is the preferred way? So whenever you use if with, say, for example, there are like 20 if conditions, okay, or more than 10 if conditions, then thinking about the performance wise, it will every time go check the condition. Again, it will go here. Again, it will check. If it is the 9th condition which meets up, performance wise, it will definitely go down, right? It has to spend so much of time, 9 minutes. Say, for example, I'm using 1 minute for every condition, then it will take 9 minutes. But the moment you use a switch, the moment you use a switch, supposing it is 9 conditions here, then it will only check this particular thing. Performance wise thing, when you have more conditions, switch is preferred.
Okay.
That's what is the difference. But
Okay.
in my experience, I have hardly seen switch being used in Java. Most of the time, it is if condition, for loops. I
Okay.
have hardly even seen while loop, do while loop also.
Yes, exactly. So I was just okay. My works Eclipse is opening. Maybe later, if it opens, I'll just open an example where there is extensively switch used. So maybe we can assess that case and see if there can be a better solution for that, or switch is the best solution.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can continue. It's taking
Fine.
time. Yeah, you can
Okay.
continue.
Last 3 minutes, I will just explain this, then we will have a look at your Eclipse and we will get the things working on Eclipse. So here we have a public class and we call this class as main. We have public static void main. This is the starting point for every Java code. Now coming to the value of day, based on the value of day, we are trying to categorize or we are trying to give a message here, what day it falls. So let's say the day is day value is 4. Then what it will do, it will switch based on the value of day here. And we have different multiple cases here. And we have this particular case which is matching. So yeah, this is the one which gets printed Thursday. That's the reason you see here Thursday. Now, if it is 6, then yeah, definitely Saturday. I don't have to explain that. Supposing if it is 8, what will happen? And if I want to display a message. So
Default.
if, yes, default is the one which we have to use. Okay, fine. I will not come across the details. And what will happen if I take out the break here? And my still value is 4. My day value is 4. And I've taken out the break here.
It
4 and
will
5.
print Friday. It will continue
Yeah, it will continue till
and
Friday.
override.
Yes, it will display both the values, that is Thursday and Friday. Okay, so that is why break is mandatory when you're using switch cases. Okay, yeah, these are the points as part of switch. I have hardly seen switch being used.
One
Okay.
doubt I have with the switch. So is Java switch is limited to primitive data type only?
Okay. Okay, we'll show you. I will copy this code and it is limited to like strings you can use. Okay, maybe
Like if for example enum or something related.
yeah, I will show you here. You can directly see here. Okay, I will use here, say, 1. So can you see this message? Cannot switch on a value of the type double. Double is not used, float is not used. Only convertible values, int values. So what are the allowed values is? Int values, string values, enum values.
Okay. So not even a custom like a class object.
Okay. These are the values which are available.
Rajeshwari, can I just share the code? Maybe we can go through a method, a bit not very complex, a bit complex than what we are seeing. So maybe a good example for us. Can I try to see? Am I allowed? Okay.
No. Is it a company code?
I mean, I have copied it in Notepad. It's okay. It's this thing.
You can give me a generic example. See, you give me a generic example and explain it.
Okay. Let me just modify it with some generic variables then.
You do that work. Meanwhile, I will help Rohit in getting his things done.
Okay.
Take your time, no issues. Okay, I will spend. Okay, Rohit, could you share your screen, please? And Nagraj, are you well to do with your Eclipse?
Yeah. And Rajeshwari, I was just thinking about this switch case. I mean, the limitation of using the switch. I think here is where like we are supposed to use if and else condition. I mean, it has taken advantage over switch of having double values.
Yes. Whenever you are using, correct. You're also right. That's the disadvantage of using if switch.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever you want to use any double values or string is allowed. So any apart from those objects and all, if you want to use, we go with the if conditions, if else.
So switch will not support the objects, is it?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I hope, can you just launch your Eclipse which you have downloaded? Okay, no. Just Google on the Eclipse downloads.
This is the one I just downloaded.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're almost there. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go to your help and about. Help on the top.
Okay.
Help on the top. Go to about. Okay, one minute. This is some other I'm feeling. About. Yeah, correct. Whatever is the version, let's be with it. Enterprise edition. As long as it is enterprise edition, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You can. Yeah, you can close. Okay. Let's go to file, new, and directly other. Last option. Java project. Give a name. Can use training.
Okay.
And click finish.
Which version are we? Any specific?
As of today, you can use this. It's okay. They have not installed any specific version, so you'll be with it today.
Okay.
And click finish. Yeah, you can click open perspective. Perspective is like Java perspective. Okay, just double click on the training project in the package explorer. Go to your SRC. Right click on the SRC, new package. Give a name for the package, com training basics kind of a thing. com.training.basics. Click finish. Right click new class.
Okay.
And give a name for the class student or whatever. And click on public static void main. Click third line. Yes. Click finish. No need for constructor. Not. Click finish.
Okay.
And yeah, just give a test message. I will check your Eclipse. Go to line number 8. Line number 8. SYSOUT. SYSOUT. Control space. Just give a test message within double quotes.
Oops.
And right click on the project. And you can say always save. Click OK.
Is terminal here? I mean, okay.
There you go.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Do you have your?
Yeah, I have it. Just a second.
Okay.
I'm checking which screen it is. Okay. So you can see my screen already. I'm not.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is loading.
Yeah. So basically, okay, it's a simple question, nothing bigger. So you see here, I have just shortened it and changed the variable names and everything. So here, if you see, right, what they have done, it's a very long code. I have shortened it. They have some variable. If it's equal to null, then they do a switch on the variable. And inside this, right, I see these empty blocks a lot. I don't know what was the intention. Is it for the future purpose or what exactly? But case field, these are nothing but
refactoring. See, they are not done proper refactoring. That is what I feel. It has not been deleted. See, there is a case which does not have any meaning. You can just take it out. There is no need for it.
In these cases, it will just keep on executing. If, like you said, if there is no break, it will just go to this constant, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe that is also.
Could have been intentional, no?
Yes. No. Wait for a moment. Yeah, it could be intentional. So we check two things you have to check. Are these really used? So for example, these blank values, are they really available on the top in the class? Okay,
Okay.
that
Mm-hmm.
to make sure. So
Mm-hmm.
in case it is available, that means the action to be done for uh, both the cases is the same. That is why they don't want to duplicate the code.
We can do that also, is it? Okay. Okay.
Uh.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just
Okay. Got
that
it.
both are there. It is helpful also, it is not required also. But you have to decide if it
But
is available.
okay, but we cannot have multiple if conditions within the same like case A or B. Instead of that, we have to do this one, is it? Let's say I think then it's intentionally done because he wants to do the same action in both the
Yes,
cases.
yes, that is what even
Like
I can like 90% I can understand that. So, but otherwise, if you want to achieve the same thing using if condition, then if you using or condition or
I mean, using case and or is possible, is it? Within like I want to say case ER or AR. Is that possible?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay. Can you just help me how?
Okay, fine. Stop sharing. I'll just check. I'll just share my screen.
Maybe basic. I don't know if others want to hear, but yeah, I just got curious.
No, that's I'll just explain this. Well, let's go to this marks code. Okay, so in the
Okay.
marks code, I have put an and here because I want to check if the marks is lying between if it is less than 90 and it is greater than 70. So
Okay.
supposing I did not have, let me just make it as or. So let's make it or. Or stands for if it is less than 90, both the condition need not to be true. One of them, if it is true, then it will get executed.
Yeah.
So in this case, what I will do is I'll take out the rest of conditions. It is I will not leave with it.
We are just sorry to interrupt. We are aware the how or would work. Just wanted to understand how switch and or will work together.
Okay.
I mean, we just saw a scenario, right, where he has written one below the other. So is there a way? Let's say we want to perform case 1 and 2, the same action. We want to print same thing. So yeah, using the case. So here day, right? A. If it is day 8, then we want to print maybe a same message. If for 5 and 8, for maybe 5 and 8 or whatever, 1 and 2, we want to print the same message.
So I will take out everything. Okay. So let's delete it. So it's something similar like this for both the cases. Then what we will do is day is 2 now. So I am expecting Tuesday. Okay, let's put proper things. So even for case 2, it has to be Tuesday, and for even for case 3, it has to be Tuesday. Okay, let's somewhere something is wrong, some other error. Okay, so Tuesday is getting printed when the value is 2.
Okay.
Okay, let's check the value here and change the value to 3. Yeah, definitely it's going to print again the same value as Tuesday.
Correct.
So this is how they have also done. They don't want to repeat. It's like a repeating of the code, which means that lines of code are increasing. We don't want to increase line or the performance might degrade because of duplication.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay.
So any other questions? I hope Rohit also understood.
Yeah.
Okay, people, I think I'm on time. I hope my pace is good enough for your experience. Is that so?
Yeah. We really enjoyed the session.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next concept I will start tomorrow. And okay, we will meet up tomorrow.
Rajeshwari, just one request. Is it possible for you to give us like maybe at least for this week, what are we going to cover so that we will have some stuff if we get time or something, right? We will just have a look through these concepts. So we are also basically so that we can ask some some really good questions.
Scenarios and all that.
Yeah. So we are well prepared for your sessions. So if you can pass us the topics, right? that on at least on a high level, what you are going to cover in this week, that will be helpful.
So I will be covering all the loops tomorrow, definitely, yes. And okay, all the 3 types of loops, then nested loops. We will understand the JDK. If you are not familiar, I will go through what is the meaning of main, otherwise I'll skip for it. The keyword static. Okay. I think you must be familiar, but specific scenarios I will give you, like 3 where it will be directly used. And just Java 11, I will make a note of this. Java 11, we will start using.
I think all 3 of us are very much familiar with loops, a bit for while. Maybe we are not very hands-on with do while loop syntax and all that, but we are pretty much. So in that case, right, for loops and all, can we directly jump to the advanced way of writing the for loops, where
using
we use
streams?
Yeah, using streams, because the conventional for loop, right, we use it very much in day-to-day method currently.
Okay, I will make a note of things. Okay.
So basically, currently we write all the basic utility methods in our day-to-day life. So, which is maybe if you ask us suddenly, we may not be hands-on with the syntax, but pretty much aware of what does for loop and for and all that. So different ways of writing for loop and different ways of writing every loop. So maybe if we can directly go to the ones that are very helpful for us, like streams and everything. So that will be helpful.
Yeah, sure. I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Lambda and all that. Are you familiar?
Yes. No, we are not familiar with Lambda. I'm not familiar. Rohit, familiar, is it?
Yes, yes, not familiar. I mean, we have used it, but
I've used
not
it
on our own.
Okay, what I will decide is let's make the plan like this. For me, I will not directly jump upon Lambda directly. I will be very quick for maybe 15 minutes. I will cover the very basic level concepts. Arrays, I'll just skip and I will just give you brief idea. Then typecasting, yeah, you would have known already. I will just give you direct concepts. And how about the concepts on OOP concepts?
You can just cover it quickly. Like we know what is inheritance, but if there is something which you think most of the people which is very helpful in future, then you can cover that. Like something that is of practical help, and let's say encapsulation or polymorphism. If you think there is a real help of this for our Java coding, then we can always see that, like abstraction and all that. We can always look into it. And if we feel that this is very complex, then we can spend more time on that.
Okay. So bear with me for tomorrow and with the basic level. Okay. I want you people to just hold on with the more advanced concepts. Yes, that is a need of the hour for you people. But if I don't cover these concepts, you might find some of the things over there as a little bit difficult. Or let me first put some basics and then take you to the next level. That's what I feel.
Sure. You can decide you're better, like you can take a better decision, but whichever is important, we will spend some time. Yeah. Okay.
Some of the concepts like why or whatever what is that?
Inheritance.
Inheritance, how it is useful, all those. I will just bear with me tomorrow and I will cover most of the basic concepts, I think, till garbage collection, how is the memory, how is this all.
Okay, these we may not be aware, garbage collection and all, so you can cover whatever you have in detail.
Okay, till
memory.
Tomorrow also it will be like basic level with little bit touch upon whatever the interesting things that you are interested in. I'll touch upon these in the last 15 minutes.
Okay, sure, Nadesh.
That will be
also,
a better.
Is there something you want us to install prior in our machine so that we can, I mean, is there something you want?
MySQL, if you can install, please install it.
Okay, fine.
MySQL.
Okay.
Okay, so but I definitely guide generally within the training hours itself because I see that people are working, they don't find time, they give me those reasons. So I cover those concepts within the.
Okay, sure.
We'll deal with even abstraction, interfaces, all
Yeah.
basic levels because I can see that some of you are familiar with the Java code, but not the syntax. So
Correct.
that's the point where I have to touch upon syntax.
We can go in detail for things like abstract and interface, which is very frequently used. Like what I have seen is just sorry to take your time. I know we are overshooted, but just to give you an example where we face the difficulty, right? I thought, for instance, I had earlier thought that I know abstract and interface definition, but when I saw the code, I could not understand why do we want to use abstract and why do we want to. I mean, a practical example. And that's when I spoke to one of my colleague, and then he explained in what scenarios we have to use. Why shouldn't we use interface? Why should we use abstract and all that? So this can be an because this is very commonly used thing.
Yes.
Abstraction and interface.
Most important. Yes.
So you can go in detail on this as well.
So that's what I plan like this. 45 minutes, complete basic level, or 30 to 40 minutes, complete basic level. All these concepts I will cover. Tomorrow, this is only planned for tomorrow, not the rest of the weeks. I'll plan day by day. And for the next 20 minutes, I will give some brief or some high level understanding of the Java 11 features. One by one, we will start understanding the concepts.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I think Rohit and Nagraj, if they're fine with this or if they want to add something.
No, it's fine.
It's fine, but again, I think if we can get more details on OOPS concepts, then probably it may help.
Oh, you want me to stress upon the OOPS concept?
Yeah, because I mean, I personally know how it works, but I think
syntax-wise
and in detail, probably you might be knowing a lot than what we know. So we wanted to.
That's the reason to have a basic level understanding. I am just keeping the entire 40 minutes. Definitely, we will touch upon whatever Java 11 features also, which is the most required thing. That also I will touch upon. That's why I'm dividing that way.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I will touch upon OOPS in detail. No worries. Okay, people, I think I am done from my side. If you don't have any questions, we can close.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks.